What? Means what?
What does it mean?
What means?
Yeah.
First of all, I think means that they are all happy. Jurgen is happy, because if he's not, he doesn't sign. And they are happy, because if they're not happy, they don't give him a new contract. So I think everybody is happy. But obviously, I think great news for also the Liverpool fans, because they love him. For the players, because it looks clear that they like each other and the relation is very good. And good news for the Premier League, because we want to have the best players, the best coaches, and he's one of the best. So I think only positive news.
As far as you're concerned, is everyone okay for this weekend? I mean, you rested some players, you didn't take some to Munich?
No, the players that didn't travel, of course, they are fine. And we didn't get any injury from the Munich game. Harry Winks is the only player from the injury list that is back. I don't know back to play, but back to training with the team. And apart of that, the injuries we have are long-term injuries that are out for quite a long time.
You talked about Ben Davies earlier. I noticed that he's going to go to Qatar for treatment. What's the thinking behind that?
The thinking is a protocol that we have with Aspetar in there, and I think more important than that is that when a player is 1, 2, 3 months without training, without playing, coming to the place every day, going home every day, I think sometimes it's nice to have a week where he can keep his treatment, obviously controlled by us, but at the same time he can breathe a little bit, can see the sun more times. It's just sad period for him. He come, he played well, and then he gets injured for quite a long time.
Danny Rose played in Munich. He has 18 months left on his contract. He says he has no plans to leave, but equally he has no plans to talk to you about staying. Would you like him to stay? Would you like him to come and talk to you?
18 months contract. It's a long time. 18 months contract. He doesn't finish his contract in June or July like some other players do. So plenty of time on his contract.
So that's not a concern to you? Not at the moment?
The 18 months of his contract? No, not concerned.
Are you any clearer about what you want to do in January? What did the
Perfectly clear. I want to work. I'm going to have time to work, which until now I don't have. I complain every day with my staff. The frustration of I want to do a certain kind of training, I just can't do it. It's really frustrated because I love the pre-season to work, and I don't have pre-season. January we are going to have a little bit. Then depending on the week in February that we are not going to play the Premier League, we are going to have another week, and I think this is what I want. I want time, and the calendar, the fixtures, they are going to give me a little bit of time in January and also in February. But you ask me what I want in January, that's what I want. I want that week to work.
You said in the week that the match in Munich gave you important information. What did you learn in terms of, what did you learn about the depth of your squad?
I learned that playing against a top Bayern Munich team without Lewandowski, it's just that, because all the other players, they are the same level, not just of quality, but the same level of experience. It's difficult to say who is the centre-back, if it's Boateng or Sula. It's difficult to say if the midfield player is Tolisso or Thiago. It's difficult to say if the right back is Pavard or Kimmich. So we played against the top team, and I had Davies, Ndombele, Lamela, and Winks injured. So even with the players that I rest, Kane, Ali, Vertonghen, and Aurier, if I have these 4 players injured, if I have them fit, I would go there with the team and I would compete for a result in a better way than what we did. We still did it, but we would do it in a very different way. So injuries are always a very important thing in the squads, and I'm happy with my squad. So if we don't lose players, I'm perfectly fine with the time that I need to develop the team.
Go to Wolves this weekend. You know Nuno very well. He was a player for you at Porto. How impressed have you been with what he's done, particularly this season? And tell me about last season as well. But he's, sixth in the table and through to the knockout stage of the Europa League.
I think he's getting some praise for the work he's doing. In my opinion, not enough. In my opinion, deserves more than what he's getting. Fantastic work. Fantastic work. I think he's going to be happy with my words. I hope he understands what I want to say. And I think we'll be happy. A much better manager than the player. I'm not saying he was a bad player. I'm saying he's much better coach than a player. I think we'll be happy because this is what he is now. And that's the career he has now. He's not a player anymore. So I think we'll be happy. I think doing really, really an amazing work. For me, is one of the best teams by the tactical point of view. And when I say that, I'm not referring to the system they play or is the best to play or is not the best to play. I'm saying that that's the way he wants to play. And this team plays, I think, exactly the way he wants to play. The players they are perfect for the puzzle. So the characteristics of the players, the qualities of the players are perfectly adapted to the ideas he has for his team. So I think really, really fantastic work he is doing.
He's been top coach, a really top manager.
I think he's a top coach. You cannot be in the Premier League in a stable way without being a top coach. You can come and after 2-3 months people realize that that's not your level, and then you were a Premier League coach for a period, but you are not a Premier League coach. I think when you come and you are stable 2-3 years in the same club, getting the results he's doing, I think he's Premier League level. And when you are Premier League level, you are top level.
Finally, if you win this weekend, Spurs will be in the top 6.
If. Yeah?
Yeah, if.
Yeah.
What would that mean?
Means that we know where we belong. And of course we don't belong to the second part of the table where we were. We don't even belong to position, 7 or 8 where we are in this moment. We know where we belong, and we believe that in the end of the season we are going to be there. But if you can accelerate the process and get results that put you sooner rather than later in these positions, obviously this is the best that can happen to us. But again, we need a little bit of time. We need to improve in many things. In many things we need to improve. And we are going to improve because we have the talent to improve. We have the desire to improve. So I'm sure that we are going to improve. But in this moment, you are right. We are going to play against a team that has the same coach for 3 years, develop the ideas perfectly in a stable way. I think they play almost with some, how do you call it, something that blindfold, exactly. So very difficult match for us, but also for them.
Can you change down here?
Jose, we saw Giovanni Lo Celso start for the first time under you on Wednesday. Can we expect to see him start more games over the festive period?
He's our player. Our squad is not big squad in numbers, and he will start for sure because it's impossible to play all the time with the same players. It looks obvious that the way Dele is playing, Sonny, in this moment they are one step ahead. I don't need to hide. Even if I want, I couldn't hide from you that in this moment you have a few players that because of his state of form, of performance, they are one step ahead. So if you want to be objective and ask me if he starts the game Sunday, no, he doesn't. But he will start matches.
How long will it take for him to reach his potential at Spurs? Because
I don't know. Impossible for me to tell that. Some players, they accelerate the process. Some players, they arrive and immediately they fit in. Some other players, they take a long time. It's difficult to say.
we saw Ryan Sessegnon start his first game under you, left wing. Are you considering him as a left back as well this season at all?
No.
Even with Ben Davies' injury?
No. I cannot say 100% no, because sometimes the needs, they push you for decisions. But I think in the moment of his formation, in this state of development, I don't think he can play in the Premier League as a left back.
Just finally for me, you say Lo Celso won't start this Sunday, but did any players on the back of Wednesday's performance force your way into your thinking for a starting space on Sunday?
The team for Sunday was decided before Wednesday, so Wednesday doesn't make an impact on the Sunday decisions. But of course, you know the same way as I know that some players, they had a very good performance. Do you want a name? Just to be happy, Foyt. He was very stable, he was very solid, he was very calm. He played very, very well. Is he going to start Sunday? No, but I'm really happy with his performance.
Okay, George at the back. There you go.
Jose, hello. You mentioned you want time. Is one of the problems you've got the number of goals you're conceding, and that will be the main thing you're working on going forward?
Defensive organization takes a lot of energy to work on. If you want a proper training session, focus on defensive organization and the way to press and the guidelines for your positioning, is a training session that demands a lot from you. And we are not having many. And when we have, I have to cut the intensity, I have to diminish the density of the exercises. I'm not happy at all with what I'm giving to the players. I have much more to give them. I have much more to help them, but I need time to work with them. So we are doing things step by step.
And the goals you've conceded, has that changed your thinking with regards to maybe bringing in a defender in January?
No, it's not about the players. It's about the process. It's about the way the team plays. It's about the way the team defends. It's about the way the routines the team has. It's not about the individual. The players are good players.
And Luis?
Yes. Hola, Jose.
Hola.
In which aspect do you think you have improved the most the squad? Because you haven't been saying that you have a lot of things to improve, but in which one you have improved the most the squad at the moment?
I'm not going to say that. I'm not here to speak about myself or about what I give. Ask the players, maybe they can tell you, but not a question for me.
And they have improved in the way that you say that before, when they lose a game, they didn't were sad, but they weren't angry. They were saying that way.
They were against Burnley. They showed.
They have improved in that.
Yeah, they showed. They showed in the short period of time between the defeat at United and the game against Burnley. In that period, I think we all managed to create a state of mind, to create a feeling where the players, they look really hungry and with a great desire to win the match. That's why I think we started so well against Burnley, and we had such a solid performance for 90 minutes. So I think was a good reaction.
Dan.
Jose, on one point you mentioned there, Mauricio Pochettino and the Argentina manager have played him at right back quite a lot. Do you see him as a right back or just as a centre half?
Depends on the right back. Depends of what you want from a right back. If you want a right back to play like Aurier is playing, of course not, because he can't play the way Aurier plays. Because Aurier plays as a winger. If you want to play with the right back more closed inside, more positional, more cautious to give a better balance to the team defensively, I think he can, because he is intelligent, he uses the ball well, but he's not obviously a player with the qualities to progress on the flank and to get into scoring positions and crossing positions like Sergi is doing.
And you mentioned earlier you had a few long-term injuries. Obviously, Ben Davies is one of them. Are Ndombele and Lamela players you expect to be out for a long time or come back soon?
Ben Davies is going to be for a long time. It's kind of injury like Hugo, 2-3 months. You even lose the notion of the time, and I get lost. I don't know if how many weeks more. I think Lamela is out for about 2 months, and I hope that he can be back. Also because we don't have many attacking options. We need Lamela back. We need him back as soon as possible. Ndombele, I think, is a small injury. Normally he is back for the Christmas period.
And just finally on Harry Kane, everyone knows Harry wants to play in every single game possible, but he has had a number of ankle injuries over the last few years. Are you going to try and limit his game time or be a bit more careful about managing Harry going forward?
He didn't play in Munich.
I know, is that a sign of perhaps you taking a more pragmatic approach?
It's a sign that are matches and matches. If you ask me, am I going to give him a rest on the 26th of December because then we have a match after 2 days or so? No, I'm not going to give a rest. But there are matches and matches, and the Munich match was one of these ones where the result was secondary, but when the result is fundamental, and in the squad we have, number 999 is Harry and Parrott is a 17-year-old boy that played 5 minutes in the Premier League, and we will give him more time, but he needs time to develop. So yes, Harry is fundamental for us.
Okay, finish with Charlie.
You got to see some of the younger players this week, as you travelled with them to Munich. Just wondered what your view was on any of them going on loan in January.
We will make the best decision for the players and for us too, and for the club too. In this moment, the players that went with us to Munich are part of our squad, and we need players. So I don't think will be many doors open for players to get out on loan. If you want to be more direct, like some media was saying that Foyt is one of them, I can kill it now, no chance. If you want to speak about some of the other younger players, let's analyze the situation. But if you were just shy of not mentioning Foyt, but the objective is to ask Foyt, no chance.